This week on Danu on Fire, we are going out of Colombo because they kind of lifted the restrictions, and this time we are stopping for a sweet treat at Dialog Gelato. Welcome to Danu on Fire, and this is actually, I think, one of my favorite episodes that we're ever going to shoot. I don't even care whether the show happens. I'm just happy to be here. I'm with Shalini at Dialog Gelato, all the way in Gaul, because we just thought, why have ice cream in Colombo when we can come all the way to Gaul?
Correct.
Yeah, and brought you as well. Hold on a second. Oh, that was wonderful. Why don't you eat? Because yours is just collapsing.
Yes, okay,
Yeah.
I will.
Your husband served it, no? He has served the full cup.
Yeah, he has served his size service. Definitely not mine.
Yeah, I can see that. So, Shalini, Dialog Gelato is one of those brands where I think Sri Lanka really got to taste something made by us, not like the foreign brands. Good quality ice cream, and Sri Lanka loves ice cream. Jaffna especially. Have you ever been to Jaffna and seen ice cream?
I haven't, but I'm dying
What?
to go. Yeah.
Ice cream is the most important thing there.
And it's so hot there.
Yeah,
so
and you know, when I was
perfect,
living, we used to buy it in a flask.
Really?
Because of the war, there was no electricity. So we used to buy it in a little flask and have it. So now if you go there, everyone who wants to propose, the first date, secret affairs,
so
everything happens
is ice
there.
cream. Oh, that's amazing.
You should go there.
Yeah, definitely.
Dialog Gelato in Danu, I'll be coming.
That
So tell me about Dialog Gelato. 8 men, you're trying to lose weight now.
Sorry.
Dialog Gelato. Tell me the story behind it. I know I'm having the husband in the second segment because no space. Okay, so tell me, how did it all start?
So it all started almost 4 years ago, actually. Actually, more than 4 years ago. This store started 4 years ago. As soon as we got married, we both quit our jobs.
Wow.
Just complete, spur of the moment kind of decision. And we thought, okay, let's start something of our own. And we really didn't think about starting a gelateria until much later. But yeah, so a few years prior, we had been traveling in Italy and we got engaged there. We tried all this amazing gelato.
Did he propose to you there?
Yes.
You didn't know about it?
No, I didn't.
Was it romantic?
It was very romantic, yes. I kind of had some little inclination because we had been together for a while.
Well, and you were like, high time.
But not really, actually, because I was like also very young. So I was like, we're going to Italy, yay. So we got engaged there and tasted all this amazing gelato. But we didn't really think about starting anything or anything like that at that point. But once we got married, and then we were like, okay, what are we going to do? What's the next step? You know, if we don't start something now, it's now or never kind of, you know. So then we thought, okay, let's do gelato. I mean, we loved it there. We don't have it here. Why not?
But isn't it hard to get the process going?
So I actually went to Italy and learned how to make gelato there.
No way.
Yeah, I spent a summer there just learning how to make gelato.
And you still remain this size?
It was a tough summer, but I got through it.
I would have been brought in a ship, put him in a box and send him back.
So then came back, took this place out on rent on a...
This was your first stop?
First store here.
Gaul went deep into Gaul first.
Yeah, because we thought it's the perfect place to enjoy a gelato,
sure.
you know, the sun is shining, it's a bit warm, so... so we started here. It was a bit of a risk at the time because we really didn't know what we were getting ourselves into. But it worked out well, and we're happy that we started here. And it's a nice community here as well. There's a lot of people who've lived here for a really long time.
Yeah, and they put a small quiet walk to get a bite of ice cream. But you all have been closed for some time because of COVID.
Yeah, so unfortunately, during the first lockdown in 2020, we were closed for a really long time. And then even in 2021, throughout the lockdowns, we weren't able to open, and there was no interprovincial travel. So it was a tough few months. And then we had to kind of reimagine our business model a little bit, move more into the delivery model. We brought in popsicles, gelato cakes. So we changed things around a little bit because of COVID.
I'm just eating everything.
That's what you should do.
I know.
But things, I think like every business, we were affected, but fingers crossed, we're hoping the coming few months are going to be a lot better with tourists coming in and stuff. And the Gaul Fort is very dependent on tourism, obviously.
You all like ice cream a lot?
Yes. I love my sugar, so I like anything. I like chocolates, cakes, ice cream, everything. Yeah.
I also like my sugar. I look like my statement. Why aren't you eating?
I'm eating. It's just so big. I don't know where to start even.
From this side, please.
Okay, sorry. Let's go.
Like I feel like my life is just falling apart looking at that ice cream melt. How was Gaul? Because there's always been ice cream in Gaul.
Yeah.
That's like a known thing, no? Were you scared to penetrate into the Gaul market and because everyone is like set in a way here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say scared, but we obviously had apprehensions about it, but our product was completely different. So we wanted to come in with that, that differentiation from the beginning. So I think we had faith in our product. We did a little bit of market testing with our friends and stuff.
How did they receive it?
Really well. So
You didn't want to do those scary ones, right? Like the Seeni Sambol ice cream and all.
I mean, we've tried out a few savory ice creams, but savory and ice. I mean, what's the point?
Doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's just like
it's like a Chinese restaurant saying we are going to serve you Chinese thosai.
It just makes no sense, and
Correct.
it doesn't taste good at all.
Yeah, like
I've tried.
Spratz ice cream. How the hell can you mix Spratz man with ice cream?
It's just wrong. Those are two things that shouldn't be.
Correct. Yeah. Have it separately. Have your Spratz first, then have ice cream.
Exactly.
It's one of those. Yeah. So how many flavors do you all have right now?
So in our recipe book, we actually have over 80 flavors.
Have you all patented your recipes?
We haven't patented them, but only I know them. So.
You better lock and seal it. You never know. Does any of the staff know how it's made? Secret ingredients?
As in the staff know how it's made, but there's a little bit of separation of
one person knows one ingredient, the other person doesn't know one ingredient. Good. You should always maintain that.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to get into a break. On the other side, we're going to speak to a very tall husband who actually doesn't fit into the shop as well. So we'll see on the other side. This is the only show where I get to eat ice cream all 3 times. Welcome back. We are checking out Isle of Gelato all the way in Gaul, and this is their first place. So we had Shalini for the first segment. Now I have the husband joining us on the show. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, Danu. Thanks for having us.
You all drove in today?
Yes. It's about 10 minutes before you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Not 10 minutes, maybe like an hour.
I'm sorry. So now, Suranjan, tell me your time in Colombo with this brand. Was it as appreciated as it was in Gaul?
Yes, yeah, for sure. We started off in Gaul. I think Shalini went through that. So we were supposed to start in Colombo pretty much like a month later, but there were delays at the city center. But I think by that time, the brand was accepted so well, it literally took off from like word go. So before we started, we used to have so many people. Highway was open, so they just drive up here for the day.
Right.
So they were like ecstatic. So
the fact that you all were at CCC.
Colombo, yeah.
But was the mall culture something that you all wanted for this brand? Because that was not exactly the whole sit and enjoy. It was more like buy and have it while you walk around the mall.
So at that time, when we first planned to start, we had this was a bit of a risky shot as well, coming in Gaul, operating from Colombo, our first time doing business here. So we thought the mall store was going to be a bit of an insurance policy, which is there's footfall.
Correct.
But yeah, this turned out really well, and then that also turned out well. So yeah, we got a bit of a good wicket when we started. Then of course we were hit with
COVID, of course.
COVID.
The bomb and the COVID and everything followed after that. But from what you all studied and what you all planned in life, did you all ever think you all will be in a gelato business selling such cool things for people?
No, I don't think I could have
never
ever
thought, but-
foreseen it. Suranjan's a real entrepreneur. So from the day I met him, he's been like, I'm going to start this. He always wanted to start
something of your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whereas I'm very risk averse, so I wanted to just do a job and
Just be like, okay, I'm safe now.
Yeah, and maybe do like something on the the side,
Right.
but he's always like all guns blazing. Whenever he hears of something, he's like, I should do that. Like, he's always been like that.
And was it scary when you all decided to quit the jobs and take up a project of your own? And because it's such a curated thing, it's not like y'all are selling like groceries, where y'all have like 100 options to sell. This is one thing, and people have to come specifically for this.
It's like a niche within a niche almost.
Correct, and also now everyone is trying to be like gluten free and all this stuff. So,
but you'll be surprised, Danu. People come into the store saying we're vegan, we don't eat dairy, and then like they're going for the putlam sea salt and caramel.
They're like, this is also milk.
So like, we feel like sometimes people's preferences can change according to what's available.
Of course.
So you just have to give them what what they want to have.
So in terms of naming these ice creams, you all really found something that there's such a local twist to everything. Did you all like go and try to sort of fish these flavors from different parts of Colombo or Sri Lanka and bring it onto an ice cream base?
Yeah, so we wanted to bring the flavors of Sri Lanka to desserts, because a lot of the desserts available now will be like a chocolate cake or like a Nutella cake, and it's got nothing to do with Sri Lanka, and we have amazing flavors here. So we try to bring a lot of that into it as well, but also with a mix of, like the standard classic flavors that everyone's always looking for. He really likes like a lot of the very like local inspired flavors, no?
Okay. In terms of retailing, did y'all ever want to like get into every supermarket out there, like push your brand very like out there?
Not really. Well, I mean, especially after COVID, we've had to sort of reshape our model a little bit,
right?
And then sort of focus on a little bit on restaurants, and we still haven't gone to supermarkets yet, but we probably will have to, I think, at some point. That definitely wasn't the plan, but it's got to pay the bills from somewhere.
That's true.
So we started out with like the smaller like grocery boutiques and stuff, and then because they attract more of that
audience who want to enjoy something premium and exclusive.
And it's also not mass produced, so we will never be able to do it.
Have you ever tried doing it at home when you were trying to do things?
Yeah. So we started out actually with like one of those little
ice cream makers.
Yes. What was
My
it
friend
called?
hand carried it for us from Dubai.
So luckily he was traveling, and I was like, okay, we have a 15-kilo ice cream maker for you to carry for us.
But you're just left with 15 for yourself.
Luckily he's very sweet, so he carried that for us.
And who comes up with all the flavors?
That's me.
Oh, you're the boss. So how long does it take for you to come up with a flavor and introduce it?
It depends. So like it depends how complicated the flavor is. Certain flavors I can do in like 1 or 2 days, and certain flavors it takes a while for me to try it out, do the putlam sea salt and caramel. You would not believe, I think I tested it like 10-15 times before I was happy with the final product to bring it to, because that was our signature flavor.
And you wanted it to be perfect.
Yes, and it was the most popular flavor on our opening day, and it still is. So I mean,
it's worth the 15 times of trying it.
And it still has to be tweaked every time, because sometimes the sugar or the different varieties of sugar we get, if there's a slight...
Isn't there a shortage for sugar now?
There is.
There's a shortage.
There's a huge shortage for everything.
That's true. That's true. We are being tested to see our capabilities of not having sugar or gas or any of those.
Or cement.
Or cement, Good, y'all don't use cement in your ice cream. But just wanted to ask, this particular ice cream cake is something that y'all have been known for. I'll be quite happy if somebody wants to give this for my birthday. But the only problem is you need to be available, put it into a freezer somewhere.
Exactly,
you're just going to have like a soup in your hand. This ice cream cake thing, y'all don't have it in Galle, right?
No, so this is on pre-order. So we send it from our factory in Rajagiri, or we also have the pickup point in Alfred Place. So that's like a little store as well. So you can pick those up from there.
Amazing. So we actually got it hand carried from Colombo. It sat on Shalini's lap and came all the way to Galle. How did it come?
It came in the freezer truck. It wasn't on my lap. No. This would not be what it is if it was on my lap.
I really want to cut and like show you guys, but I also feel really guilty because nobody's going to eat all of this. So we're going to get into a break. When we do come back, I'm going to go down. It's See you on the other side. Talk about a sugar rush. That's what I'm going through. I'm at Dialog Gelato, chilling and enjoying Gaul. It's nice to see some people like traffic, like
sure.
people, vehicles parked, foreigners here. It's nice.
Definitely, it's
I
so
know.
nice.
I know, it's great to
After
see
months
humans.
of like the desert, you can see like a little.
Because once when I came, I only saw crows, and they were also very limited. But it's nice to see it buzzing a little bit. I have a special place in my heart for Gaul,
For
and I think
sure.
it has to live on and it not just fade away. All right, it's our final segment. If you're wondering how is this so strong, because that's how light I am. Just for lighting. I'm just feather, see it on it. All right, in conversation with these two, the founders of this beautiful brand that's behind us, I wanted to ask you also, you all have another brand. I give. I this boy shy, man, give. One tissue, please. Give, I'll give. Thank you.
Thank you.
Oops.
Oh, don't.
Okay.
Oh, keep.
Skip.
This is the mango sorbet, and I really like this. It's really nice.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm not putting on weight when I eat this.
It's a
natural.
sorbet, you know,
Yeah.
and there's no fat, so
Yeah, no sugar as well.
no, there is sugar, but
So good. All right, so but you all have another branch, right? Which
so we're opening our new branch in Valigama at the end of this
but
month.
you'll open it up with a go.
Yes, so unfortunately we were supposed to open in March 2020.
What
we
a beautiful month that is.
Yeah, oh my god. It was supposed to open I think the 27th of March.
27th or 28th, and
Yeah.
that just went. Then basically the whole place went to rack and ruin because just
Sea
corroded.
breeze.
Yeah, it's
And now
months
we're just
of,
getting
yeah.
it renovated, and hopefully by end of this month we'll be up and
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be exciting. Hopefully the tourists will be back by then and
Yeah.
things will
And we
be back
just
in
opened
full
the Alfred Place one as well last
Yeah.
year.
Yeah, and we were there. Hi was there to cover it as well. It's a great place. If you're driving by Colombo and you want something nice to have, it's one fabulous place to be. I want to ask you, have you all ever decided to move into other things like savory, give them like a full experience when they come?
Not savory, I don't think. I don't think savory, but maybe like other desserts. So we were thinking maybe like a couple of other things that we can
Okay.
offer.
Not like patties and rolls.
No, no patties. Not at I Love Gelato.
Just wanted to ask, bring out the local touch.
No, but like maybe a few other types of desserts, not too many. We still want to stay true to I Love Gelato, but maybe a few other things that we've been playing around with. And you know, he's like my guinea pig, so
Okay, he tries it.
yeah.
And I'm
so-
begging her to come out with this other thing, but
Not.
she doesn't listen, man. To her. But now you love the mint chocolate chip, right?
You all don't have it?
No, we have it. We absolutely have it.
Yeah.
But so the first funny story, first time, because I was also used to eating the luminous green artificially flavored one, toothpastey one. When she first made this, first day of like our shop open, first time she made this mint chocolate chip with fresh mint, and I was like, what the hell? This is not going to sell. You know, now
It's
thanks
not
to
even
her.
green to start with.
Yeah.
So I made the executive decision. I said no, we're selling it.
And it is white and
yeah,
chocolate chip.
it's white, but like with a very hint
Yeah.
of green because it's
But
all
it
fresh.
has to look like Shrek's poo.
No.
That's when it's nice.
No, now thanks
but
to
now-
her, I can't. I'm complete ice cream snob.
Really?
I can never touch a luminous green one
Oh,
ever
God, I'm
again.
still eating Shrek's poo.
We'll send you a few tubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because few tubs
We
is
are going
what
to change. It's going to change your life, man.
Amazing. I love mint chocolate. Every time I try having this at home, my mom used to first say, oh, why is he eating toothpaste? So they used to never, like, can you believe it that Sri Lankan market doesn't have it available anywhere?
No.
There was once in supermarkets I bought, after that nothing.
Yeah.
It's kind of a sad thing.
Yeah, that's true, no?
I think that's a reason, no?
Yeah.
I was just trying to say that we are on. How is it to manage staff? You know, staff is such a huge problem for anyone who is in the restaurant or anything to do with this field.
Yeah.
Because it's such, everyone just shifts around so fast.
Correct, yeah.
And how do you all?
It is tough, but we've been actually quite lucky. So
Yeah.
the team, like for example, the team we had in goal is pretty much the same. So we've got a few people who've moved on. One moved into acting.
Oh, wow.
One of them went abroad, but we've had pretty much had the same stuff. We've been super lucky.
Like our
in
core
Gaul,
team,
yeah.
It's
the
always
in
there.
Gaul and also our manufacturing team and like the core management and stuff, everybody has retained with us, so we're very happy about that. But yeah, staff is like finding good people and keeping them, and especially when the country is in a little bit of like chaos,
Yeah.
people try to leave, which is understandable.
The stress and the fear.
Yeah,
Colombo
exactly.
is more a problem, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gaul, like the staff have been amazing.
Yeah.
What would you say is something, the most outrageous ice cream flavor that you may have had to make for someone? Have you all done custom orders?
We have, for weddings and stuff we have, but those are usually not so outrageous, you know, it's usually like standard stuff that they want that we don't usually have. I think the most outrageous was we did a collaboration with Peter Kuruvita for
Right.
like Sri Lankan inspired flavors. And I think the golden milk, so which is like a turmeric.
Now can't buy no turmeric.
Yeah.
Good, you all don't have it in.
We still love
Yeah. People might use it as a COVID remedy.
Yes, they can't. They don't. There's no turmeric in
Maybe
this
we should
country.
look into that.
Yeah. You might have to get into smuggling first.
So yeah, so that was probably the most out
Yeah.
there kind of flavor, and we also did a tamarind sorbet with him.
that might be nice.
Yeah, it was actually very
I love
nice.
tamarind.
That's
Yeah,
very popular, with,
Yeah.
especially in Gaul. not
with
in
the
Colombo.
tourists, it was so popular.
Have you all tried eating tamarind by itself? It's yummy.
Yeah, like when you're kids, you have it, right, with the little.
I have it even now.
Okay.
Because the gym that I go to has tamarind tree.
Oh.
Yeah, where I park my car, like, oh, it's anything for this poor soul. When I park the car, I tend to take the ones that I've ordered.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
I have it. It's really tasty. I love tamarind. All right, on that note, we need to wrap things up. Just want to let you know, if you're driving by, always support local. It's the most important thing. Like things that I wear is local. Things that we try and eat is local. So that, you know, we help another businesses grow equally as we would like it to. And after all, why send our money away when we can actually help our own brands become
For sure.
outstanding brands? Are you planning on going into other countries?
One day, hopefully.
Hopefully,
Yeah.
We've had quite a few people reach out to us. We had someone reach out to us on the second day of opening. We were
Oh,
like,
wow.
we can barely manage our first second day. So
That's
Yeah.
amazing. Well done, though.
hopefully
But-
someday, yeah.
For sure. Well, support these guys. Thank you so very much for hosting us.
Thank
It's
you
a
for
delicious
coming,
show.
Danu.
I like
Thank you
every
so
bit of
much.
it. So I'm going to get the golden lifetime membership of Dialog Ch.
Definitely. You're
Anytime
already
I-
a member. You can walk
Anytime
in
I walk in, I
anytime.
get a scoop that I like.
Anytime they know you now, so
Correct.
anytime.
By any chance, if somebody says no, I'll be calling you all, okay?
Definitely.
All right. On that note, we need to wrap things up on the show. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you with another cool episode to Danu on Till then, adios.